Always a pleasure having Jamil in the kitchen because he cooks
Thank
up
you.
wonderful food, and it's always kind of a twist and different, and it's something you're just not going to find anywhere else, and always wonderfully tasty. And today we're celebrating
Baltimore,
Maryland.
So we have a beautiful rockfish that is one of the menus they use a lot in Maryland. And if you can see it right here, it's a nice, beautiful
It's
brown
gorgeous.
fish. It's very gorgeous.
It's a steak.
Yeah.
It's huge.
So what we're going to do here is going to put some salt and pepper. If you notice that I have the skin upside down in one and the other one, so you can see the difference in the fish. But when you start a fish like this, you want to be able to start in the skin, because if you want to keep the skin, you want to be able to get it nice and crispy. So we're going to start doing that right here.
Now that pan is smoking hot.
Smoking hot. And then right here, we're going to do a nice barley risotto. We got some New Orleans right here. Just a lot of the South people use tassel ham. So we're going to start getting some tassel ham in here. We're going to make a nice little, kind of like a sweet and salt risotto with some barley. So it's not the actual rice. It's just the preparation, how we make that. And then we got some caramelized onions, shallots right here. We're going to put a little bit of garlic. And we're going to mix that around.
Tassel ham. I should know, I guess, what tassel ham is, but I don't.
It's a spice. It's a New
like
Orleans.
A chorizo or something?
No, it's a ham. So it's a cured ham. It's a New Orleans. They use it a lot in New Orleans kitchen and throughout the South as well.
So smoke cured or salt cured?
It's a spice cured.
Spice cured.
So it's very cool.
Okay.
Now right here you can see the fish a little bit getting, shrinking a little bit. It's getting that nice skin, nice and crispy.
Nice, yeah.
See it right here, but you want to get a little crispy right there. And then we continue right here. So we got the garlic, we got the tassel. We're going to add some caramelized onions right here. I mean shallots, onions. Then we have roasted corn. We take the corn and we roast them very nicely. You can see how that looks very cool.
I love roasted corn.
And it gives you that nice smoky flavor, especially on that. So we're going to toss that a little bit.
I can tell already this is going to be delicious.
It's going to be good.
Just from the smells, you can tell this is going to be good.
But you can see how that, get the color. It's all about the color, basically. Right here, you can see right now, the fish getting nice and brown.
Right.
And what I do with this, if you see right here how that nice is crispy right here, so we finish it in the oven.
Okay.
Now that the pan is nice and hot,
right?
You can sear the bottom. We have right here another one that we already cooked earlier.
So what are we talking, like a 325 oven, something like that?
We actually right now at 450 degrees.
Holy cow!
And then you're gonna probably cook it for a 4 minute, but you see, once it finished searing, how beautiful that looks right here.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
And you can see the skin. Meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and continue with this. We add the barley. Now the idea of this is when you're cooking it, is that you want to crisp the barley a little bit. So when you add the ham bone broth, it doesn't get too open. So it gets crispy and it maintains in that crispiness of it, but it gets that risotto creamy out of it.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of, it's a cool combination. We're going to go ahead and add all of it here. We're going to cook it a little bit, get a little more caramelized onions.
And to finish it up, you're just going to add the broth to it?
The broth to it, and then that's where you go with the risotto. You start little by little. This is how you do a risotto when you start adding a little bit of the broth.
Well, in TV time, we'll have to pretend that we had another 10 minutes to make it.
Exactly.
But as you got it going on, I want to show everybody the final product here. This is beautiful. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Looks like you've garnished it with, what is that?
Pickled onions.
Pickled onions.
We get some nice onions and pickle on top, and that's the fun of it, when you put in something like that, is getting the onion and the juice to run through the fish.
Sounds like one of those things where you have to have the perfect bite, a little of everything, right?
Bit of everything.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great. Chef, thanks so very much for coming in. Always do appreciate it. Michael's on East. This is for the entire month.
Yep.
Great. So go on, check it in celebration of our Baltimore Orioles, just in favor, just because of those beautiful waters up there on Chesapeake Bay.
Exactly.